Hey guys, how's it going? Today we're going to do an unboxing of a watch, and those of you who watch my channel knows that I'm actually a big fan of watches as well. I'm not like a hardcore collector or anything, but I do appreciate the fine craftsmanship and engineering that goes on into mechanical watches. And here we have a brand called Junghans. This is a German brand. You can see here Germany since 1861, and I kind of wanted to complete my sort of collection of different kinds of watches from different countries. I already have a Swiss watch from Oris, a Japanese watch from Orient, and now we have Junghans from Germany. Those of you who don't know this brand, this is a brand that's kind of famous for the Baja style, which is a style that's kind of minimalistic. And the designer, Bauhaus designer, is Max Bill, and he actually designed a lot of Junghans watches, and his influence can still be felt today in a lot of Junghans designs. So here we go. Here's the packaging. Nice leatherette box here as a standard for these kind of high-end watches. By the way, this watch here is called the Meister Kalendar, and that is because it is I wouldn't say it has a perpetual calendar or anything, but it does have, they have the day as well as the month on it, and you can see the date as well down here, and you also see a moon phase as well. So I like this kind of aesthetic. That's why I chose it. I like the minimalist aesthetic, but I chose this one particularly because I liked to have all these complications on it. Right? You have a day complication, date complication, month complication, moon phase complication, and as well as you have the second hand, which is mechanical, as you can see. Quartz watches, for those of you who don't know, quartz watches have the tick, 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 tick like this. It's really staccato, right? It is not, how do you say, smooth, right? So mechanical watch has this nice smooth flowing second hand. And that's how you can usually tell between a quartz watch and a mechanical watch. So mechanical watches have the smooth second hand. A quartz watches does this tick, 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 kind of staccato movement there. And yeah, this watch retails for about $2,000 US. So not an inexpensive watch, but definitely one of high craftsmanship. For those of you in the know, I guess, Junghans has some pretty good value watches. I guess comparable to that of Nomos Glassjet. I know that some people may put Nomos Glassjet ahead of Junghans or Glassjet Original, because Junghans isn't, they make high-end watches, but it's not like super high-end. I mean, it's not comparable to, obviously not the Pateks, not the ADs or Vacherons or A. Lange and Sonets is not as high-end as those brands. Obviously, those are like tens of thousands of dollars. It's not even up to your Rolex level, I would say. It's not up to like that high of a level, but I think it has good value. It competes mostly with the Frederic Constance, the Tissot's, right? You have Hamilton's, you have Oris, right? Those in the affordable luxury category, right? Tag Heuers can also belong in that category. Longines can also belong in that category. That's where this competes. It's usually a little bit lower than a Glassjet Original or a Nomos, but still good engineering, good design. That's why I got this. And yeah, this is a stainless steel version that I got. So let's admire the color of this watch. It is what looks like to be kind of a grayish dial right here, and the color is charcoal grayish dial. It's not exactly black. And you can see Junghans here. You can see also here, made in Germany, right? I know German watches don't get too much hype compared to Swiss watches, but in my opinion, Germans make just as good. Their watches are just as well engineered as any Swiss watch, in my opinion. So don't look down on them anything just because they aren't Swiss. I think they're every bit as comparable. And for a decent price, especially for this brand, Junghans, they've been around for, since the 1800s, 1861. And so that's actually older than Rolex. That's older than a lot of Swiss companies as well. They've been around for a while. And they still make pretty high quality watches at a decent price. Again, $2,000. Some people that might be very very expensive, but to a the watch enthusiasts that might not be that expensive at all. To watch aficionados, $2,000 is kind of a drop in the bucket compared to the higher end watches, which can be tens of thousands of dollars. And to have a date complication and a day complication like these complications on a watch of this caliber, I think is a pretty good value, right? So I like it. Has all these nice complications on them, and then you can see on the back of the watch, which is where you can usually see the decoration of the movement. Now this thing about German watches is they probably use their own movement. Swiss watches usually use an ETA or a Solita movement, and those can be nice, but sometimes you want something a little bit more unique. Okay, you can see the Junghans logo on here. It's the decoration on the rotor, and then it is, let's see, is this a limited edition? Could be a limited edition. I see number 27 4505.45, but that doesn't, what does a 45 mean? A fraction of a watch? That doesn't make sense to me. How can you make 0.45 of a watch, right? Anyways, maybe that number is something different. I just assumed it was limited when I see that kind of number. Yeah, anyways, very nice looking watch. 3 bar, so 3 bar usually means it's 3 ATM or similar, water resistant. So good enough for washing your hands, but probably not for diving or swimming. See the details of the movement right here. Now I'm not exactly sure what kind of movement this is. It could be their own in-house movement, in which case this can be an even better deal. Or it could be, like I said, an ETA or a Solita, which a lot of watchmakers do use. But of course, an in-house movement usually costs more money because it's custom. There's a decoration on the crown here. And yeah, this is the Junghans Meister Kalendar. Very nice looking watch. There's also versions with the leather band, of course, leather bracelet, or steel bracelet. I think leather bracelet is probably better for classier occasions. Steel bracelet is better for outdoors. I know that might be generalizing, but usually, I would wear the leather when for an indoor function, and then steel bracelet for an outdoor function. Because the steel, and it's also, if you wear a steel bracelet, it's also better if you're going near water, right? Because leather does not do too well when exposed to water. So it's another thing to keep in mind. That's why usually the stainless steel bracelets cost a little bit more than leather bracelets, but not always. Usually these are more durable, can last a little bit longer. Nothing else in the box. Let's see. Oh, actually we do have something underneath the cover here. Okay, we have, this is a nice cleaning cloth right here, and then it looks like, what is this thing for? And then we have it's the book here for the warranty, I'm guessing. Yeah, this tells you the function of the watch, but it's in German. So they have a small, cute little manual here, as well as some other accessories for your watch, for cleaning, I'm guessing. It's nicely hidden behind this cover. So yeah, if you guys like minimalistic watches, watches that don't stand out, like, the thing is, I don't like people who wear, or I don't like to wear Rolexes, or something that, like gold watches, like they're really tacky, they stand out too much. And I think watches like this, minimalistic but functional, good design. I don't want too much stuff on the watch. Like, that's why I don't have that design that Rolex made famous, which is that huge bezel with the numbers on it. This is the diver watches. Yeah, that's the design I'm talking about. The diver watches, Omega, Rolex, Tudor, of course, because they're related to Rolex. Um, they make a lot of those types of watches, and I know they're extremely popular. The IWC, Pilot, that's also a really popular design. I don't know. I don't like those kind of designs. I like my watches minimalistic. Nothing on the nothing on the outer side of the case here or the dial, right? I don't want anything distracting like that, like big numbers or something like that. I just want a minimalistic design like this, um, just with a good amount of complications, not too much, not like a chronograph, something like that, or world timer. I do have the Oris GMT, but it's not a complicated world timer. I don't want too much stuff on the dial, and yeah, just a basic amount of complications, but useful complications, right? So I like power reserve is another one. I don't think it's too useful for me. Chronograph again, don't use that. But this one, like moon phase, which looks nice. Moon phase is not a not useful complication, but it does look nice. And of course, the date, day, and month, are very useful complications. So that's why I want to have that. And of course, it is automatic. So that's it, guys. That's the Junghans Meister Kalendar. If you're into watches that are minimalistic, don't stand out too much, but will last you for a long time, very reliable, and in my opinion, very, very good looking as well. Just pick it up. That's it, guys. All right, thanks for watching. My first German watch. So just a clarification here about this tool here. I originally thought that this tool was like to help clean the watch or something like that. It's actually to help set the complications. So there's 4 main complications of this model, the Meister Calendar. There's the day, the month, the date, and the moon phase. And you don't set them using the crown as I originally expected. You actually have to use this tool to set it. So in order to set the month here, it's like this upper right corner of the watch. You press that and it sets the month. For the day, it's the upper left. So you just press this and it sets the day. The date is the bottom right. So you can press set the day here. And the moon phase is the bottom left. So this and this will set the moon phase. So there you go. Yeah, I thought the crown did it, but I had to use a special tool to actually set these complications. So if those of you who are interested in buying this watch, don't lose this thing. And of course the crown just sets the hands as usual. And yeah, that's all. That's it. Thanks for watching.